Hello. I'm reviewing a beer that you've probably seen sitting around, not really knowing what to make of it. It was one of the only things advertised as a light lager that came out of a craft brewer for many, many years. I don't know how long they've been doing this, but as long as I've been aware of, Cisco beers. Sankaty Light is what it's called, 3.8% alcohol. One of the very few really low alcohol lagers to exist before craft brewers cared about lagers, before Jack's Abbey existed, before Notch was making lots of low alcohol lagers. And I just looked on their website, and on the website it said 126 calories. The can says 115. I used to drink this a lot more, but it seems like maybe they've changed the recipe since last time I had it, because now there are just so many other lagers to drink. And I don't really tell you anything else about it. Pretty sure it's not like a corn one. It's not a specific lager style, really, except for, I guess, a craft light, American light lager. But I'm pretty sure it has some like Cascade hops or something like that in there. It's not totally like European influenced, but it's not an IPL. Not very bitter. Maybe you can hear some sweet hard rock riffs being played by my upstairs neighbor. And looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like Miller Lite, more or less. Head is not bad. Probably not going to stay around for super long. Let's just get it all in there. And definitely filtered. I can't see any. Yeah, there's not one particulate in there. And this is canned January 16th, so it's 2, 3, 4, like less than 3 months old. Smells like a really nice clean lager with just a little bit of a citrusy thing going on. They say crisp citrus hop elements, so that's kind of giving a hint that it's not just noble hops. Only 8 carbohydrates, that's, I guess, pretty darn low. It smells really clean. There's no sulfury notes, no corny notes. There are no cidery notes or anything. That's why I like this one. And I should also say that Cisco doesn't really brew on Nantucket anymore. They're kind of part of a Red Hook. There's some other brewery that they're kind of like they're partly owned by this group, I think. But this is made in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Not sure who exactly, because I guess it's Red Hook, or what used to be their brewery there. And the head has kind of died down. Yeah, quite dry. Got a bitter pop. I think the IBUs are listed as like 26. They're listed on the website. Seems more bitter than that, but just because it's like really light bodied. Maybe it was a little bit better when it had a touch more sweetness, a little bit more calories in there. And it's actually a malty, crackery flavor that's quite noticeable in the finish. Very crackery, and it's not big juicy citrus. It's kind of zesty lemon and bitter orange zest. Very, very clean, extremely crushable. And I don't know, it has a little bit of that mass-produced flavor, even though I don't think there are any adjuncts in it, like corn or rice. It still has that industrial kind of lager sort of thing, like that American, muskiness or something to it. Really light-bodied and dry and spicy. Surprisingly bitter. But it's pretty cheap. Not as cheap as like 15 packs of Jack's Abbey House Lager, but that one, is much more traditional. I kind of wish they would do 15 packs of this. And of intense peppery spiciness really builds up in this beer. I think it's in part from the lager yeast kind of minerality, then combined with how dry it is, how attenuated in the hop, and the hoppiness, the spicy hoppiness. It's pretty good. But I think to make it stretch out, how cheap it is already, make it a little bit less dry and spicy. I'm gonna suit my tastes. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of Rolling Rock. Let's see. Rolling Rock is probably maybe even paler, but this Rolling Rock is like 4.4% alcohol, I think. Yeah, 4.4. And I don't know. I don't list the calories on here, but I think it's like 130 or something. It's lower than High Life in PBR just because it's a little lower than ABV. But those burps kind of, when I'm burping this up, it actually reminds me a lot of drinking like old style and some sort of like somewhat premium macro lagers, but not exactly maybe Miller Lite. I don't know. Let's try the blend. Let's see. It looks, yeah, a little bit paler maybe now. And the Rolling Rock is adding its soda. I don't know, crisp, slight greenish smell. Not caddy or skunked or anything. It's mostly Rolling Rock on top. See if I can mix them in there a little bit. But I love mixing beers, especially pale lagers and hazy IPAs. Seems like with those, I just kind of go nuts. I guess you could mix stouts. Yeah, I've mixed like some pastry stouts, and sometimes I've mixed like really strong stouts with lighter stouts to kind of suit my taste. Let's see what this looks like now. Yeah, the sweetness and lower bitterness of this blends pretty well, but I'm still getting mostly Rolling Rock, I think. As far as a rating, it's kind of like the beer that doesn't even deserve a rating. It's really a beer that lives somewhere in between craft and macro, I would say. Even though there's a lot of more authentic craft, if that means anything, like breweries like Jack's Abbey, they have stuff like this that's cheaper. It doesn't have that macro sort of quality, industrial taste to it. And now these are getting more mixed. It's actually quite nice. I guess I would give the mix of a little bit of Rolling Rock in Sankaty. That's like over a 4, and just under a 4 maybe for the pure Sankaty. Even though Rolling Rock I would give a 3 or something. But I've been rambling about pale lagers too long. Bye.